Ever have one of those days where you're just flushing it? Everything feels perfect and you think, I finally got it. But the next day, it's gone. You're blocking it, hooking it, chunking it, and you have no idea why. In my last video, I exposed a critical mistake that keeps golfers stuck in this same loop over and over and robs them of consistency and power. Check out this water skier. Notice how he explodes forward and around in response to the boat turning hard left. Now imagine for a second if that was your club head, but it's only going to accelerate like that if the boat or the handle end of your club moves like the boat. So today, with the help of some really cool POV angles and a super simple drill, I'm going to show you how to make that happen so that you can hit the ball long and straight every single day. So the error that we're talking about is that most golfers do not have enough horizontal curve. Not this end of the stick, but this end of the stick has got a curve if it's going to accelerate the club head, make it square up at the same time so that you don't have to do any manipulation of the hands through the impact zone. First, let's take a look at one of my newest students. He's got this issue in spades. As you're looking at this video, you can see that a big part of what he does is to lose his butt depth and stand up. He does have a pro level lateral shift. In other words, he shifts his weight from right foot to left foot laterally about 6 inches, just like the best pros on TV do. However, you can see that if you take this and you shift that weight laterally to right field, it forces the weight into your toes. In order to keep your balance, you've got to raise up and stand up. Now you can see what happens next is almost inevitable that this end of the stick is going to have no curve. It has to drop down early, and now it is all inside out linear in and through the golf ball like this, which leaves us too far inside out with the face of the club extremely open. So what is the first 10 shots he hits in front of me are all magnificent pushes with slice. I mean, he's hitting it 50, 60, 70 yards offline with the driver. This is next fairway over, OB kind of stuff, guys. I know that you're experiencing some of this on a frequent basis, and paired up with that hook shot that you're hitting, we just don't know where it's going to end up. Okay, I've switched to a short iron because it makes it so much easier to learn a new movement pattern. I've got my chair here, and we're going to see relative what that student and most of you at home are doing in order to create either a linear path of the handle from inside out with no curve, or the only other choice is a linear pattern steep over the top and leftwards with no curve. Either way, these handle paths do not have enough horizontal curve around you in order to easily get that club face square. Let's look at our first skill, and that's to keep the butt depth. Now, for most golfers, you start to see the forward push of the butt in the backswing. So what I want you to do is get on a chair or get on a wall, and you got to get this better at this. If you're going to be good at golf, you got to improve this skill of the butt depth staying the same or increasing. I'm going to lift the chair in the backswing. See that the chair legs are lifting off the ground, and I'm actually starting to increase the flexion of the hips and have my nose actually dip slightly, and that's setting us up for the downswing to make it much, much easier. So now I've done a small lift going back. I'm going to do a larger lift going through. Here we go. Small lift, bigger lift, small lift, and a bigger lift. Let's look at it from a different angle. Here we go. It's small lift of the chair legs. Now as I shift from back post to front post, increase the lift. Now the chair legs are well off the ground. Now let me show you from a POV perspective using this pool noodle why it's so super critical to work on and improve butt depth. Here's our horizontal curve. This is what we'd want to keep the hands inside of the noodle and curving around our body. Notice where the peak outwards of the pool noodle is. It's right off my right thigh and right hip. And right after that, that's when it starts to actually sharply curve leftwards around the body, almost running right past the left hip and thigh. And so I want to show you why it's so critical. Let me show you in the case of the student I just showed you in the intro. If you're shifting your weight this way, look at this. There's no more room left to sneak that club around the corner and keep it from touching the pool noodle. So right now I'm about 5 or 6 inches off the chair, and I've done my early extension and I've stood up, and now there's no room left to sneak the club on the right hand path. So something's got to give. Now, good golfers, there's golfers in the Hall of Fame that have gotten away with maybe an inch or two. Let me show you what an inch or two looks like. This much. So I'm off the chair 2 inches right now. There's still some room to sneak that club around the corner. So you don't have to be absolutely perfect at this to get some good distance and accuracy on a day-to-day basis. But watch what happens if we really start to ramp up this amount of early extension and goat humping. Now, there's no more gap left, right? I'm 5-6 inches off the wall. I've stood up. The only way I'm now going to come into this ball is if I make the hand path curve less. Now you see, as I go through the ball, that handle of the club is not curving really anymore very much at all. In fact, it's still going inside to out as it heads past the ball. Now, one more skill that's critical in making this correct hand path curvature is to actually get the handle moving low and left around you. Most people, remember, you're following through into right center field with the handle, and some people who are actually decent golfers, you're just not curving enough. And so it's all relative shades of gray. A center field handle is going to block the ball, hook the ball, chunk the ball, drop kick the ball a little less than severe. But still, when you're down at those scores, you know that there's something missing still. So for this skill, I recommend, hey, just use your golf bag and pull out a long club with the head cover on it and put it about, 6 to 12 inches targetwards from your handle where it starts and about even with it. And I'll show you that in a second. Now, all we're going to do at first is get rid of the golf ball. So first you'll be practicing the pivot without a club or a ball. Now add a club, very small short swings though. Lift the chair a little bit, and now slowly come down, lift the chair more, and swing under and left. Small lift. Big lift, under and left, just like that. Okay, now you can see from the POV angle exactly where this head cover is located. And again, I'm going to go small lift with the butt. Now, as I head through, as I slide to the other end of the chair, or lateral shift, I'm going to be lifting the chair with my left butt cheek a little bit more. And watch how this causes, look, the handle is already moving left in anticipation for missing that head cover. See that? Now look at that face coming in. So square to the back of the ball. No manipulation needs to be done to hit this thing straight. I arrive at the low point here, which is another thing you'll start getting a lot better at. And then I got to clear this thing, clear this head cover with my right wrist and hand is usually what's going to hit it if you rush it at all. Now once you get the hang of this, you can start attempting slightly longer and more powerful swings. Small lift, big lift. Oh, just caught it with my right forearm. Give it one more try. I didn't go around the corner enough. Let's give it one more ball and see if I can execute a little bit better. Super. Right on line. So once you've drilled this, either at home with the chair or on the range with your golf bag and the head cover sticking out, then you remove it and you start to hit some fuller shots, still with a short club, feeling kind of the same gist. So let me tell you the feel going through these shots and seeing the ball go so straight, it is pure gold. Not only does it feel like the club face is just already square on the way in, so I don't have to do anything to it except let it ride right on around the curve, but it also moves my low point in front 3, 4, 5 inches, like the pros do it on TV, where you start getting that correct divot location, the correct angle of attack, you get that juicy forward lean on the shaft, and you get ultimate compression on the golf ball. So not only are you hitting it really consistently straight, but you're feeling that amazing feeling of puring it and compressing it, and it's going a lot farther. So keep this in mind. This handle needs to, of course, you're coming from the shallow slot, but now it's on its way on a curve around you, and you can see what that does is gives you that kick. As the handle curves left, it's like a slingshot effect that not only helps the club head speed up, but it also causes the club face to come in and square up, so you don't have to do any manipulating with the hands. It's the most beautiful feeling in the world when you've got it. All right, I challenge everybody out there who's not as consistent as they'd like to be to give this drill a shot for a week or two. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions about how to set this up or what you're experiencing while doing it. Definitely like this video if you got some value out of it. Hit subscribe if you're new. Turn on the bell notification so you never miss another video. I'm Steve. Check out my website, hititlonger.com, and if I don't see you in the next video, I hope I see you longer and straighter down the fairway. Everybody take good care.